Hey, what is going on guys? My name is Nort, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the 3 brand new vehicles which we just got today in Rockstar Games' recent update. If you guys aren't aware, or if you haven't really kept up with the scene, don't worry because I will fill you in right now. So if you guys weren't aware, Rockstar Games introduced 3 brand new vehicles today. One was an SUV called the Contender, the other one is a brand new off-road service-like vehicle. It doesn't quite have a category yet. We are going to be categorizing it in the service category. This is called the MTL Dune, aka the rally truck, the one you can see on the screen right now. And last but not least, we have the Sprung Livery Buffalo. Now, all of these vehicles were just added in today. We also have 5 brand new stunt races, but there's more to these vehicles that meet the eye, and I'm going to go into depth on each one of them today in this video, so sit back and relax, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Okay, so starting things off, we're going to go into the fastest vehicles in their class. So this is basically the fastest vehicles in their own separate class in Grand Theft Auto 5. And I think the first vehicle we're going to take a look at is the brand new Bravado Sprung Buffalo. To returning players, this vehicle is free. For those of you guys who are not returning players, you will have to pay a sum of $535,000 to purchase this vehicle. Now, some of you may regard this as a ripoff. I'm not going to put too much of my opinion as to whether this is a ripoff or not. I'll let you guys discuss that in the description below, but what I will be doing is comparing this to other sports vehicles in their class, as well as the other 2 Bravado Buffaloes we have in the Southern San Andreas Super Auto store. So as you can see, we have the Bravado Buffalo S worth $96,000. This is about $450,000 or so, just under that, cheaper than the Sprung Buffalo we just got added into GTA Online. And of course, there's also the original Bravado Buffalo, which you can find for $35,000 in Southern San Andreas Autos. Anyway, is this car worth it? Well, if you guys are purchasing the Bravado Sprung Buffalo just for its customization options and livery design, then you might be out of pocket on this. This is just because the Bravado Buffalo S actually has the exact same customization options. In fact, if not the same, it has extremely similar customization options. I couldn't really find anything different between the Bravado Buffalo S, which is the $96,000 vehicle, and of course the brand new race car Bravado Buffalo, aka the Sprung Bravado Buffalo, worth $535,000 to you guys purchasing it. So once again, if you are just interested in customizations and what you can do with the vehicle, the Bravado Buffalo S can offer pretty much exactly the same as what the Sprung Buffalo can offer you as well. But now going straight into the drag race with the Bravado Buffalo, the Sprung race car version, as well as the other Buffalo family cars, we're going to be taking a look at overall performance and speed. Now, if you guys want to take a look at these vehicles on a racetrack, I'll leave a link to a video done by Bruffy1322. He did a really good analysis of each vehicle in the Bravado family on the racetrack. If you guys want to go and check it out, I will leave a link in the description below. But just testing speed and speed alone, the recently added Bravado Sprung Buffalo, aka the Bravado race car, comes in at the fastest time in the Bravado family. This is extremely inevitable. Of course, it grabs a really good time, in fact, of 23.624 seconds, but unfortunately, this is not the fastest vehicle in the sports class. This is quite far down. This is 22nd in the sports class. So although it's the fastest vehicle out of the Bravado Buffalo family, it still comes in at 22nd in the entire class you're racing with. So if you guys were to play a sports race, for example, using sports cars, then don't choose the Sprung Bravado Buffalo because you think it's fast, has good handling, acceleration, etc., because it really doesn't, because you're probably gonna struggle to even get into a first, second, or even third place in a sports race using the brand new Bravado Sprung Buffalo. Of course, if you're a good racer, you might manage to creep that first place spot, but it's going to be really difficult to do so, and you're going to be up quite a bit of a challenge, especially if you are racing against the Massacro and other awesome sports cars in the sports family. Anyway, as you can see, testing this against the other vehicles, we have 24.2 seconds. This vehicle is about 0.6 seconds slower than the Bravado Sprung Buffalo, which is of course worth $535,000 when in comparison to the Bravado Buffalo S, which is 0.6 seconds slower, worth $96,000. So I'm gonna let you guys do the maths on that. Once again, it's about $440,000 more money to get the Bravado Sprung Buffalo. I have nothing against the vehicle. I know it's the fastest vehicle in the Buffalo class, but even just racing the $35,000 Buffalo, which is just the original version, it is almost a second slower. It is not quite a second slower. There's really not too much difference in it. It's worth $500,000 cheaper than the sprung buffalo, which we just got today, and it is a second slower or so. So although there's quite a lot of difference if you were to do this in a race, it's really down to you on what you guys want to get this vehicle for. Now, personally, I would not recommend getting the original buffalo. There's not too many customization options for that vehicle, but if you guys want to get a buffalo, I recommend going for the Bravado Buffalo S. It's got pretty much the exact same customization options. The only thing you're losing out on is 0.6 seconds, pretty much half a second difference when racing, and also the livery designs. And also bear in mind that the best Buffalo, the sprung Buffalo, which is $535,000 to you guys, do have to buy it. That vehicle is not even the best vehicle in the sports class. In fact, as Bruffy did prove in his video, it is 22nd in the sports class. So even if you were to buy this vehicle for performance and speed, you're still going to struggle in a race. So the only thing you're probably going to want to buy this vehicle for is quite literally just the livery design. So personally, just the livery design only, in my opinion, is not worth that extra $440,000 or so. You guys can make that cool, but it's really down to you on exactly what you guys want to spend your money on, whether you think you can make that extra stretch on the brand new Bravado Sprung Buffalo. Of course, if you guys have this vehicle for free, and I know a lot of you guys do, including myself, grab the vehicle. It's an amazing buy. It is a really, really good car online. It shows off really good features and customizations, but is it really worth the money if you have to buy it? I don't think so, but you guys can make that cool, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Okay, so moving away from the Bravado Buffalo, we're going to go straight into the Contender. The Contender is a brand new SUV, which we recently got in today's update. I absolutely love the vehicle. In fact, when I was using it in my stream, I was expressing my compliments for the vehicle because I really do like it, and I think you guys do as well. But previously known as the fastest SUV vehicle was the XLS, and there's really not too much price difference in it. So we're going to be doing a speed test. As you can see, we already have the XLS on the tracks, and the XLS comes in at a pretty good time of 24 seconds. In fact, to be exact on this timing, it comes in at 24.694 seconds. And for an SUV, this was previously known as the fastest time in that class, but we have a brand new fastest car on the scene because this is the Contender. At $250,000, I recommend everyone purchasing this vehicle if you are into your SUVs, just because of how big it is and just how amazing this vehicle is when put to the tracks. Now, this was also tested out by Bruffy1322. It came in first place in the SUV classes as well on a racetrack, so you guys can confirm that and check it off your list on whether it will handle a racetrack. Although you don't see many SUV races, it's still nice to know that this is going to be the best in the class, so if you are using this vehicle, you're going to have a very good chance at winning that race. Anyway, coming in at almost a second faster than the previously known fastest SUV, 23.89 seconds, known as the Contender. So if you guys are interested in getting a good SUV vehicle, then go for the Contender. Unfortunately, if you have purchased the XLS, you are a tiny bit out of pocket now, because this vehicle is almost a second slower than the Contender in SUVs. So if you were to do an SUV race, you're gonna struggle. Anyway, let's get straight into the brand new rally truck. Now, this vehicle has a lot of stories about it, and in fact, as I'm making this video, I can still see more and more tweets appear on my feed regarding this vehicle, some glitches, bugs, and just some interesting things regarding this vehicle ever since it came out this morning. So to start things off, you can grab this vehicle from Southern San Andreas Autos for $1.3 million. If you guys want to grab the livery design I have got on this vehicle, it is $1.385 million, but the minimum you can grab this vehicle for is $1.3 million. Unfortunately, this vehicle is not available by a mechanic. You have to call in Pegasus to grab this vehicle, and we haven't really seen anything like that before, and I can tell loads of you guys were confused about this, thinking your vehicle wasn't delivered and where could you find the vehicle. It confused me a tiny bit as well, but yes, it is a Pegasus vehicle. Now, I'm not too sure if this is meant to be a Pegasus vehicle, because some of you guys have even sent me images of you driving this into your garage, and other of you guys have sent me images of you being able to use this in the off-road classes in races, but this is actually a service vehicle, and we're not entirely sure on whether you're, one, able to store it in your garage legitimately, or whether this is meant to be a Pegasus vehicle. It's a bit confusing right now. I'm sure Rockstar Games will, of course, answer our questions with a later beta update, but considering this vehicle was found in Southern San Andreas Autos, I can only assume this vehicle is meant to be stored in the garage. Henceforth, it is meant to be a personal vehicle. If Rockstar Games were to introduce this to Pegasus, which it is right now, then we should see this vehicle move into Warstock Cash and Carry. It's really a grey line right now. Unfortunately, we do not know where this vehicle belongs, but just to let you guys know, this is most certainly a service vehicle, and Bruffy1322 also proved this on a racetrack, that this vehicle comes in first place in the service category, which is once again really interesting. Now, if you guys are using this vehicle in off-road races, it doesn't really have too much of an effect. It's not the best vehicle. Of course, if you're using a Sanchez or anything like that, you're probably going to beat it, but it is a massive vehicle. You can do some damage and destruction, but you're going to really struggle to win any sort of off-road race with this vehicle. Is it worth $1.3 million compared to the other Brickade we got just the other month? Yes, it is. Just because the other Brickade is worth $1.1 million, $200,000 difference or so, and it is a third of the size larger than this vehicle, the Rally Truck. The Rally Truck is actually smaller than the Brickade, and it's also more mobile and agile, meaning it will have a higher speed. We did test this out as well. It's got quite a significant higher speed than the Brickade, and it's also got some really good handling as well. So this vehicle overall is better than the Brickade. It is number one in its service class. So to conclude this video, we have two fastest vehicles in the game added today. We have the Contender, the fastest SUV car, and we also have the brand new Rally Truck, which is the fastest service car. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for the Bravado Buffalo. It is definitely the fastest vehicle in the Buffalo family, but in my opinion, I don't think the Sprung Buffalo is worth it if you have to pay the full price. If you don't, then it's a win-win situation. It's still a really nice car, and if you guys can get it for free, then make sure you do so, because it is really nice, and I know loads of you guys love the livery designs you can get with this vehicle, but unfortunately, if you have to pay the full price, I would recommend not doing so. Anyway guys, unfortunately that is all I got time for today. If you did enjoy this video, please don't leave without smashing that like button, and of course subscribe to my channel if you guys are new here so you won't miss out on any more Grand Theft Auto 5 content every single day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. My name is Nort, and I'll see you guys next time.